Hello, Clarice. Hello.
Hi.
That's Clarice. Yeah, thanks.
Clarice, hi.
In the spirit of the holiday season and Halloween, you know, Silence of the Lambs, Clarice, who is a young agent trying to solve the serial killer mystery, and she tries to get the help of Hannibal Lecter, a cannibal who plays mind games with her and all this kind of trickery fuckery. And there's this one famous line in the movie when they're kind of talking back and forth while Hannibal Lecter is in his cell that goes,
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
and there you go.
Something like.
And there you go. That has been a famous line from that movie ever since. And lo and behold,
He killed somebody.
one of my favorite foods is liver. And yes, we drugged some guy behind the alley, put him in a bathtub on ice, and took his liver. He was kind enough to donate this to us.
So it's a real human.
This is a real human liver. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
We wouldn't recommend using human liver. Go for it if you'd like. We don't want to. I feel like we can be held legally responsible if we tell you to use human liver in some ways.
No, we can't.
So
They don't use human.
We don't judge, but we are not using human liver. Personally, we're using beef liver. And again, I love liver. Liver and onions is probably one of my top 3 meals. You can use beef liver, calf liver, venison liver. Dude, everything's wrong with me. I love liver. I love offal. I love organ meat.
He's an old man.
Yeah, I like old people things.
Sardines and mustard.
Sardines, I love sardines and mustard. Dude, all the good stuff.
That's not good.
It is good. It's healthy. It's good for you, or so the story's told. So we also have some onions that I'm going to cook this liver up with, and of course fava beans. And what the hell's a fava bean? It's just a bean. It's a legume. Legume. It's a bean. They look like this, and I bought them frozen. If you buy them fresh, they come in pods like beans do. You'll have to depod them, deshell them. I did deshell all of these. So we have, and of course we have a nice Chianti, which is just a wine, Italian wine. This isn't really a nice one. I feel like Hannibal Lecter would have went a little bit more pristine.
We do not have Hannibal Lecter money.
Yeah, we don't. We also are not.
Go on a picture and give me a second.
We're not cannibals. I do have this big liver. Liver will be easier to handle. This is also a very big beef liver, not for anything. But I'm going to cut it, make it a little bit easier to handle. This is going to be my dinner, so you know. Din, liver and onions. And we'll just go right down the
what's that?
Center.
Cutting?
Beautiful.
Maybe someone used the central force.
Told you this was a sharp knife.
Yeah, you know what?
My hands are all bloody. You want to smell it?
No.
All right, so we are going to take our liver back. Before, really quick, a lot of people, when they cook liver, they put it in flour. They soak it in buttermilk. I don't do any of that. I don't soak it. They soak it to get the liver and irony taste out of it. I love the taste of liver. I don't do that. I put it in raw, baby. Just like they all like. Raw liver. No buttermilk. So we're going to go back. Thanks. So we're going to go back to the stove, and we are going to cook our liver and our fava beans.
Yeah.
And then wash it down with a nice Chianti. So we are going to start with our fava beans. So we are going to heat up a pan with olive oil over medium-high heat and put about 3/4 of an onion diced up into our pan. Stir up your onions for a few minutes, and once they turn translucent and start to brown, we're going to add our 2 cups of fava beans. We're then going to lower the heat to medium, stir them up, and partially cover for about 4 minutes. After our 4 minutes are up, we're going to turn up the heat back to medium-high, add half a cup of canned diced tomatoes, and salt and pepper to taste. Then you're going to stir it up and cook uncovered for 5 minutes. Once that 5 minutes is up, stir it up. Look at them fava beans, and we're gonna put them to the side and start our liver. For the liver, we're gonna get a pan nice and hot over medium-high heat and add a slab of butter in there. That's definitely too much, so I'm gonna take it out. And we're gonna put that 1/4 of an onion in there from that onion that we cut up earlier and put them in our pan until they get a little translucent. Now I am gonna add the liver right over the onions, so you don't wanna cook them too much, and we can lay our liver slices right on top. And we're gonna add that butter right back into the pan. We like lots of butter on our liver. And you're just gonna cook the liver for a few minutes on each side. As far as the doneness of your liver, cook it to your liking. I like it with a little bit of pink. Feel free to cut right inside of one and look at the inside, and it should look just like that. That looks like some tasty liver.
You sick fuck.
All right, and with that, there you have it, folks. Hannibal Lecter's liver with fava beans, and of course, oh, geez, silly me.
Yeah.
Gotta figure out how to open it first. There, Joe wanted to make sure there was a cork first. All right, now you can cork her. Come on, my lid is getting cold.
Who cares?
I cares. There you go, little buddy.
Smells like my grandma's house.
Smells like a nice Chianti with Joe's nothing but fine glassware, plastic.
Hey, I learned from my mistakes.
A nice Chianti to pair with your liver and fava beans. So the funny thing about this is, well, first of all, the not funny thing is how tasty this liver is gonna be with this onions and fava beans. Well, no, that is actually the funny part. Hold on, stand by.
Does pair well with Chianti?
Well, see, here's the thing. That's the funny part. Everyone says it's basically a joke because Chianti does not pair well with liver or fava beans. There's also people that say out there, you're not supposed to eat liver or fava beans or drink when you're on the medication Hannibal Lecter is supposed to be on. So who knows if he actually ate anybody with it, but I'll tell you this much. That Hannibal Lecter has a good sense of taste.
I'm gonna have to believe that he does.
Because I love liver. I don't think it pairs with, see, like, I'll eat anything.
Yeah, you'll eat raccoon.
Paired with anything. I will eat raccoon. Nice slab of liver, beautifully cooked. Cook it to your liking.
Chianti.
Oh, God. So wash it down with a nice Chianti. You sure you don't want to try it?
I am 110% sure.
You don't want to face your fears right now and eat some liver with me?
No.
This is my dinner, so.
No.
Again, I love liver. I grew up with family that ate offal and everything. That's why I found my love for it. Fava beans, I don't really eat it that much. I found this fava bean recipe online. I'd never cooked them before, but it was an Italian quote unquote recipe. Just because you put tomatoes and things doesn't make it Italian, but that's what I'm going with. And Chianti's an Italian wine, so. No.
Look at him being a little chefy.
Makes sense to me. I wonder how Hannibal Lecter actually would have made it.
Probably just been the plain fava beans.
Well, plain fava beans. Would he have cooked his liver with onions? I can eat this forever.
You guys are just gonna watch Michael eat this.
You're literally just watching me eat liver and fava beans with a nice Chianti. But that's the whole point of this video, because in the spirit of Halloween, horror movies, thriller movies, usually we do stuff that's more fun and like nostalgic, like when we were kids, like, oh, Power Rangers. Now we're like, yeah, we're eating fava beans with human liver, supposed to be human liver, but hey, it's in the spirit of the season. Silence of the Lambs is a classic 90s film.
Maybe
Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Maybe we should have got pork liver.
Pork liver? No, I don't like pork liver.
Because that would have been closest to a human liver.
Yeah, that's great, but I just let it go, dude. That's our video. We'll see you for the next one.
All right, I let it go. Let it go.